Okay. Hopefully everyone can hear me. No problems. Actually, while I'm here. Okay, yeah. Most everything's there. Give a little bit of time. Hopefully there's no sound problems, because I did check that again, but then again, OBS decides at times just no. The red and blue eyes are an interesting combo on this title here. I mean, it's not like a yin and yang situation. Red and blue don't necessarily counter each other. Also, you could hear my idiot voice. That's good. That's a good thing. So, hey everybody out there. My name is Dragnix, and based off the poll, people wanted me to cover indie games on this. So, Bladed Fury is one of the newest games on Steam that it's gotten a little bit of a following behind it, and I didn't really know a lot about it. It's an action... It says RPG, but I don't think it is an RPG. I think it's just an action game, and it is a Chinese game, and one of the most interesting parts of it is the fact that it actually asked you, when you started up the game, are you in the Philippines, are you in the Chinese area, or others? So it's definitely not supposed to be Americanized. So we'll see how things go here. We're gonna go normal because I don't play on easy unless if I really, really need to. Supposed to be some Chinese culture in this. Supposed to be sort of traditional in that sense, in terms of like some of the god figures and some of the lower level things there. I don't know, one of the things that sort of reminded me of, it was a game that I covered very, very early on, was Onikira, and some of the style here is reminding me of that game. But it's not by the same developers. Chinese voice acting. How do they not like puns? No, killing your own father doesn't sound... No, it sounds crazy. The Warring States period. I admit, I do not know a lot about Chinese culture in terms of their history, so I will not be able to concur whether or not this, or confirm or not, whether or not this is accurate. This is an interesting art style. Okay, so her father's dying. Is that a problem in Chinese culture? They shouldn't have to marry? I would think that it would be the other way around. Ji and Shu. Okay. Alright, Soul Sliver, I don't know what that is. Recover, dodge, block. Great sword, jump, dual swords, interaction. Release soul, okay. I don't think I have the great sword yet. Alright, well. Yeah, that's obviously, he wants more puns. I know this is gonna sound bad, but all I can think of is Mei right now from Overwatch. I know that sounds bad, but... Oh, of course we're gonna make it difficult. A ritual device card, only usable by descendants, okay. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, okay, so they've got range on them height-wise. But this is a 2D plane here. So I can't go up, or it's not, I should say, like, it's actually a 1D plane almost. Because I'm stuck in this one middle section of it. Haven't made a lot of progress in Trials in the Sky. Honestly, that's some good, like, coughing voice acting. Do Kang of Kui. I mean, do any of us really want to die? Demons? Whoa. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so basic action gameplay here. I do like the stylized monsters here, though. Like, I don't know what exactly the art style is in terms of the, like, there's lack of line work there from the outline, but it sort of blends into itself, which is sort of actually nice to see. It's using a couple of art styles, actually. Now, I thought I could stay on that one side. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, so simple combat. It's probably gonna get more complicated as we go along. The Emperor is dead. Yeah, give it some time. The game is pretty, but I mean, it's introducing new concepts. That was my father? What, did she betray us, or what's going on? Oh. We're actually... Oh, so we have a mini-map. Okay. So we will be going backwards. When an undersung... Or, Wandersong review? I'm assuming that's what you mean? Good question. The Omen site review, the 5-minute review, will be tomorrow. Or maybe a little bit later tomorrow, but tomorrow. He was supposed to take that with him to the grave. Okay, I wish I knew what the cicada wings were. Undersong review will probably be, or one Undersong. Wandersong review will be next week. I've got written. I just haven't got it like edited in terms of how I want it to be. I just have to do the audio and the visuals, but I want to put a little bit more thought into the visuals, so it's ready to go from a I'm finally happy with it from a design written standpoint. So these guys are just considered. So I'm the daughter, and they're thinking that I killed him, even though they just saw them happen. Ah, okay. You're cleaning your keyboard. I was thinking that. Yeah, I did. I know I butchered that word. Is there a reason why... What I'm finding interesting right now is that in these cutscenes, they're not showing her face. What's with that? I mean, there's symbolism there, but I'm not sure what the symbolism would be. So, okay, so people think I killed him even though they saw him turn into a demon in front of me. So there's probably a conspiracy of some sort. What I find interesting is that they're not showing the face in the cutscenes, but on the other hand, I can see her face like clear as day right here. So what's going on? Is it that I'm like, she's looking like somebody different in the cut to everybody else? That, I mean, that could be a symbolism there. Okay, so directional wise, it looks like there are some different attacks depending on the arrow direction. Like that heel stomp is a down X. They need you to see her half exposed rack from the side. You know, that could be a possibility. I mean, but then why wouldn't you put the front facing one to see the entire one? I mean, why not offer different angles? Okay, so she's getting married to this guy, and I guess he's the evil one taking over. Okay, so these arrows are very, very scary. Not really. Sort of lame, to be honest with you. Something about them dropping off there just doesn't work. Okay, so we got more demons. You won't be able to leave here. The serpent. Go, don't look back. So, what? I'm not supposed to just keep on going here? Oh, yeah, it's... I mean, I like how these guys are trying to stop me, but not really even coming close. I see what they tried to do there. Yang Yang pervaded that Kui would be ruled by the Tian clan, but the Jiangs who were ruling then did not take the warning seriously. Then, so she was set up. Okay, so basic sisters kidnapped, guys taking over, father was killed. We gotta restore honor to our clan. Okay, that's basic. The inconsistency of the art style is somewhat helping it, actually. But, like, there is some weird body proportions here. Like, that hand of hers right now looks skeleton-like. But here it looks... Well, I don't know where her other hand is right now. I guess it's around her butt area. I mean, I'll give it this. It's got a visual style that I like to look at. Blood from Ji's wounds is seeping into the earth. Is this the blood of the ancient gods? Uh-oh. Were you awakened by... Who are these people? Okay, so we're also part of the gods? Okay. Another artifact. The Crimson Mask was forged from the arrow I fight in the sun. Use it to bring an end to this chaos. This is your destiny. Why would you decline?
有何打算和筹谋？
我在齐王宫依稀见到了3位。
I've seen 3 faces that I've only seen in
不过他们
books.
应该不会
They
出
should
现
not
在
have
人群
been
中，
there.
他们一定知
But
道
they
什么。
must know something. I need
我
to
要去
find
找
them.
他们问问线索。
现在的你，无论是身体还是
Way
心
to
性
be very,
都
very
太
crude.
弱小去凡尘俗世中历练一下，也拿上你的兵器。
Okay,
离
an
开这里之
exploration
前
of
先去
one's
见一个人，他能助你事半
boundaries.
功倍。
多谢，告辞。
Putting on keyboard back in, but taking out. Okay, Dynasty. Okay, so we got our great sword here, which is our heavy attacks. It looks like. Okay, well I'll go. Who are you?
我早已立下重誓，再不
I have
进
sworn never to forge another
你请
sword.
回吧。
Please leave.
我
Moye.
不是来求见的。
I'm not here for a sword.
后
You
羿
said
请
you'd
我来
point
求
me in the
你
right
指点
direction.
你后羿，你手
Is
里
that
拿
crimson
的
mask you're
若
holding?
正是方才后羿所赠。
How does that piece of clothing stay on her is my question. Yeah, I do have a Discord server. I will put it in the streams. I will put it in the stream's description after the stream is over.
你这么个小小的女娃娃，看不出来
Forgot
这
that
天
there's a
地间有很多
subscription
洪
limit.
荒之力，可以用来锻炼肉身。那边上的魂灯除了恢复状态
Soul
外
lamp over there will heal you and
也能助你
enhance your
提升
powers.
能力。
Okay,
是，
sure.
我记
See? Unless if, well, give me a second here. I'll just copy. Just do it right now. Okay, save. Oh, okay, so we have an upgrade system. Ooh, a twister or a... Can now cancel the combo. I'd rather have the cancel. Yeah, I'd rather have the cancel. Just for the sake of, avoiding damage.
是不是我的错？临淄即将，
I'm noticing that every character has
齐国的
different
王
eye
姬
color.
我也曾是君父的掌上明珠，
And I wonder why that
却意
is.
外早夭。
It's obvious it's
我
one
不
of
甘
the
心就此
main
只能化身
features
为
of the
一指
styling,
强悍能重生于人间。
especially around the
原来
head.
你是炎帝之女，
No problem.
我没有想到阴阳两界真有一
Never
日
thought
能
the
被
world
打
of the
动。
living and the world of the dead would become connected.
我虽然得以归来，但也有众多冤魂
It
邪
allowed
魔
me to
侵
return,
入。
but it also lets demons and wandering souls into this world.
这里已经不是我所
The
熟
world
知
is
的
no
世
longer
界
the。one I knew and
我该
loved.
怎么
What
办
should
呢？
I do? Well, you still guard it? Okay, so there's a bunch of spirit guards, so it's not just one. Oh, interesting. Very interesting environment work. Downed enemies take less damage. No, that's actually. That's a different, isn't it?
说起来好笑，
Always a
我
fast
从小就
runner.
很
Funny
擅
how
长
that came
奔
in
跑
handy
出
today.
生起我就没有离开过宫院，但是就在我厌倦了漫无目的
Searching
的巡宫院里
obviously.
出现
Mass
了
General
亡
from the
命将军。
palace was there. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Yes, everyone is very, very urethral, as opposed to ethereal. For those of you who don't know what that's referring to, go watch my Ghost 1.0 review and realize that I made one of the worst mispronunciations in a lifetime.
从今天起，我改名小白了。喂喂。
Oh, okay, Bay.
你说啥？这是
And
我
da
外甥给我起的名，之前因为避讳齐桓公才不用。嘿嘿，齐国现在的太公姓田就此恢复使用。
I'm sort of off-put by the fact that we can't see the end of his spear.
哎，通缉令在我这儿呢。这位朋友，你怎么看？
啊，我吗？上头的事儿我怎么知道？我要见将军，你们知道他在哪儿吗？
这会儿没见着，在大营里面吧？
Wouldn't people know?
哎，那人
不知道啊，我以为你认识呢。
Yeah, I was going to say, wouldn't you know? Wait,
通缉令吧，搞不好就有这家伙。
wouldn't you know who the princess was? That seems a little bit weird. That you wouldn't know who the princess was. Especially one that's, I mean, even more so one that's on the run. But you should know who the princess is of the army that you're fighting for. Maybe I'm wrong. Combat is... I mean, the boss fight was good, but this combat right now is pretty straightforward. Because they're not even getting attacks in on me. Now, I am on normal. Hard is not available to me until... I guess you beat the game or something. What? So, what do you want from me? Where do you want me to go? Oh, there's another place I gotta go over there? Really? What did I miss? Oh. Okay, so you're showing me that there's alternate paths I could take. Okay, that's a good teaching tool. That's a good, okay, I missed that the first time around, and you pointed it out to me without... Yeah, okay, good. I gotta learn the different styles of attack. I got the down, the up A, the default. Side doesn't really do anything different. Combat has changed a little bit with that theme. It's gonna need to introduce something new very quickly, though, because, I mean, I'm just hitting enemies over and over again. The shield guy, I didn't have to deal with him in any different way. Like... It also seems like the sword isn't doing as much damage as I would think it would be. Okay. Hit the glowing switch, of course, because that's what the glowing switch is there for. Okay, so we're getting more souls. Fine. Drop down. Move across. That was the fugitive. You just figured this out.
你胡说，是谁扰乱了我的营帐？
将军，大闹军营的好像是江氏的。
全军听令，给我把。
Okay, so he's one of the generals. He's not the general.
我们可以把他引到那里去，只要将军看不见，就没关系了。
你是说，不要了吧
Okay, some mysterious place that is dangerous. Interesting. Okay, so he's actually guarding right now. That's... There seems to be some backswing on the sword, so it has some elements where you can I forget what the fighting term is, where you can use its backswing to start combos again. But it doesn't also seem to have shield breaking properties. The damage difference between the swords is actually negatable, I think. That's interesting, because the heavy attack definitely has a different speed to it, and it feels like a proper heavy sword, but on the other hand, it's got different range properties, so it's a little bit different in how you would go about a combat. If you were like just a basic action player, you would say, oh, light and heavy. Well, no, that's a little bit different here. I think I'm gonna wait to unlock, unless if I can get something else here. Yeah, I'm gonna take some more rejuvenation. I always go for health in these kind of games, especially if I don't know what I'm looking for. If I haven't figured out a strategy yet. There's more errors that I can deal with. Nope, new enemy type. Whoa! So is this a Field of the Dead situation? Deflecting press. Okay, so there's some reflection, but there's a really long time on that. Oh, it's gonna want me to reflect. Okay, so I'm gonna have to press up on that, which is gonna be a completely different timing sequence. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, there are some subtleties to the combat here. I'm liking this already. If that plays into actual combat, that's gonna be really cool. Oh, we got a boss fight or a mini boss fight? General Wu. You were the palace when... What a kill, but I bet he's been getting on your nerves anyway. I didn't kill him, and you saw it too. But you don't think he cares. Not sure what he just did there. Did he just eat a... The fact that she's got so much speed, I feel like she's got a little bit too much speed. But I'm gonna need to use some health, so maybe not. Okay. I should probably be playing a little bit more defensive than I am right now. Oh, I should have reflected those. Okay, so reflect actually stuns them, which means that it rewards you for using advanced techniques. That's cool. That's good to see. The Mountain of the Dead. I see. What's over here? Anything? Nope. So early impressions are good. Talking to some scary people. Floating heads. I don't know if that's what you would call a skeleton, though. I heard that General Wu was also there when Kang died.
我们永远也没有再见天日的武将军为孤打下的这一片江山。
Interesting. How do they know what was going on? Just rumor mill? I also like the fact that those were the actual heads. I could have entered that one, but I'm gonna go over here and see what's... Oh, finally skeletons. I thought those were souls to collect, but apparently not. Okay, sure, I'll enter there. Wait, what? Did that just take me back to the beginning? Felt like it. Okay, no, we gotta... Tag or... Okay, so they have super armor that we gotta get past. So sort of like a shield. I wonder when your health items recover. Soul lamplet. Don't know what a soul lamp is. Assuming that these are things I need to find the next objective? Maybe? So if I go in here, where is this gonna take me? It seemingly took me to... Save. I don't think I want anything right now. I'm gonna save up for some stuff. I admit the map system is a little bit confusing to use here. Seems like I should be able to go up there, but... My lord. Tower of Corpses. Okay, was he killed by the other lord and he wants to take over? Okay, so if I go in the lantern, it'll take me to here. And then I go this way. Okay, map's making a little bit more sense. It reminds you of a porn game? I mean, I didn't see the adult tag on it, so I will say that. Okay, well, I can't seemingly go that way. It's definitely got a different vibe to it than most games that I've played. Oh, okay. I was going to say. Oh boy. You can stay up in the air with that one attack, so some of these enemies are a little bit easier to deal with because you get that extra air from the attacks. That extra, that range of the sword is really turning out to be very impressive. Why do I have a feeling you're gonna send me information about this, Andrea? Okay. I also noticed. Okay, so save points seem to replenish my health. That makes sense. Not after not necessarily required after bosses, it looks like. Stun effect, there we go. I wonder, I mean, this is a... Well, then again, I guess I don't know... well, I don't really know any market in terms of the porn market, but does the Chinese market have that much porn in it? I feel like it wouldn't. Because of the censorship over there, but then again, I could be completely wrong. Each lamp is guarded by many guardians. Take care. Okay, so I need to go all the way over there for the next one. That was a point. It was pointless going this way. Nope. I should be able to just go left, left, left. Ah. Yeah. This is again reminding me of an early access game that I covered at a while ago called Kira, where the combat, it was sort of similar. The style was a little bit different, but this is working so far. Is it this way that I can go? No. Maybe it's that other one that I can go into. The map is a little bit confusing. Yeah, there we go. Oh. Come on. Throw your fireball. So this is like infected? It seems like it's infected. Okay, so that gets rid of the fog. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, now that you've pointed out, the animations really do look nice on this. They're crisp, they're clean. Running animations is a little bit weird, but it does seem ninja-esque. Like, it feels like somebody who runs like this is gonna, like, cramp up horribly, but you have access? Grants super armor during the short charging period for Sunstrike. Charge between for a heavy slash. Does this significant? Sure. Okay. Cool. Always love charge attacks. Rewards good gameplay and timing, and I guess even though I usually pick speedy characters, I end up wanting to use a power attack of them a lot. Now, obviously, I didn't have it. Ow. Don't hit. Is that... Okay, wait. Was that a scythe that turned into a crossbow? Because if that was... I want one. You did it. Okay, so you can hear chatter in the background. So the souls are convening or something. Who are you? What are you? Yan.
你认得我？尊驾何人？
Yan Ying.
原来是君庙堂之高而忧其名的燕大夫。
Oh, the one that actually cares about the people. I love how you would devote the rest of your life to eliminating evil, even though you look like the stereotypical evil villain. Is that symbolism? Is that just the Chinese style? That's a good question.
多谢眼下。
Still, her not showing her face in these cutscenes is really weird. Okay, so is this the Soul Silver thing? Or did you just give me more health? It seems like you just gave me more health. I wouldn't call it 2D Souls. Like, I definitely wouldn't call it 2D Souls because there's no, blocking. Like, you can project projectiles, but, this is more, I don't want to say hack and slash. That's not a good term for it, but I would just consider it action. Dang. There are combos here. I thought that was one of the ones that I needed to get, but I apparently have it now. So what?
别去了，这里是魂魄的归宿。你一个生灵。
When I think 2D Soul-likes, I think of things like Salt and Sanctuary.
除了他，没人能证明我的清白。
A little bit more Bloodborne-like. I feel like it's more hack and slashy though, because I feel like with Bloodborne, every enemy you had to sort of walk into with a plan, and you couldn't just, you know, fight your way out of it necessarily until you learn their patterns. Here, I feel like you know, being thrown into a fight, I'm okay still.
齐康公的作为无法与田。
我没有杀死我的父亲。
Trying to think of another.
没有。
What? I mean, Souls-like sort of kind of works, but I feel like it doesn't necessarily hit on its strengths. It definitely doesn't have the difficulty that's associated with a lot of Souls-like and Souls-likes and things like that. A little bit of a puzzle here, because you got to hit everything at the right time. Not really. This does have like fighting game elements. I don't want to say fighting game elements in it. Like, it's not your typical hack and slash because it's got a little bit more like combos in it. Like the ability to do that heel stomp and the directional portion of it. No, that was not. That was definitely not it. I don't really have a lot of portions. I'm trying to think of which one that was. Oh, hey, look who's back.
不知死活的小娃娃，果然追了上来。
我没有杀害父亲，我没有。你亲眼所见。
Okay, is it the fact that they don't want you to show the face, or is it the fact that she's talking to him? This game is not female Shaq Fu. It's Shaq Fu-like, yes, I'll give you that, but... Oh, gotta love the hair coming out there. You know what it reminds me of, even though it's... I can't say it's the same quality? Odin Sphere. Ouch. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was in early access, and it was a lot more grayscale than Salt and Sanctuary. Whoa. Ow. Oh, wait, do I have a block? I do have a block. Ow. Is that a Shuriken? I don't know. Guacamelee is a little bit more interesting, I think, because of the story so far.
他的灵魂就此失了居所，眼看着就要被自己造出的尸骸山吞噬，他的魂魄自动选择了投奔我。
Dynasty, did you lose your S key? The spirit chose to side with me. Interesting. So we're winning over spirits? Huh. That fight was a lot more demanding.
你又回来了，是想通了，要放下。
我去了边疆大营。
Can't buy a border. So everything that was wrong with it, and also how the people suffered. This is all because at the end, I need to prove my innocence and
所以我要
expose
证
him.
明我的这既是私怨，也是为民除害。
Well done with the pun.
世间一切皆有因。
This is a reason for everything, and you can't
并
change the
非
world
一
on your
人
own.
之力，人心
The world
乱
is turmoil because the people are, soothe the people, and the world will
人
change.
心乱，也是
The
这些
people are
奸佞小
unhappy
人
because of
撼动
greedy
无业所致。
politicians. Gee, that doesn't have any overlap with American
并非全然
portions.
如此。伍子胥也是一代英
Who's
雄，
you? Zio?
若非他自己
Saw
的
his
执
twisted
念，
mind and took advantage of it.
说起伍子
Speaking of
胥，
这
Wuzu,
确实是伍
it's
子
a
胥
sliver
的
of a
魂
soul
石。
indeed.
魂石。
A soul sliver? Okay, so this is our special attack thing.
死后神力不散反
So we
去
defeat
您得了
bosses and
伍
they
子
leave
胥的魂
behind
石
可我并不
powers.
想要他的力量，我要再去寻那另外两人。
I mean, if you're gonna overthrow this person, I'm assuming that you would want more powers. Okay, so we can summon spirits. I see. So a summon portion soul. Interesting. I don't want Twister. Grants super armor during the short charging period. Yep. It's a little bit surprising on the political side because, I mean, if this game is Chinese, I feel like games like over there would want to avoid that at all costs.
是我，
But I guess it's not necessarily
也只有
negatively
你会来，
on the government.
只有你能和我说说话。你为什么不离开这里呢？去外面的世界看看。
Summon Dan the Man.
我不敢，我的魂魄化身小，我只是恨我的早夭，但是我却做了那么可
See,
笑
if we
的
summon
事
Dan the
情。
Man, I feel like it would be a bit of a one-sided fight because of the whole swords versus guns thing. Susie the Cootie.
本意如此，可是数年前，天河不知道用了什
Created
么
a
办法。
rift between the
在
worlds
人
of the
间
living and the
对人
dead.
间留有执念的不少怨魂，不知道是不是我之前的怨念太重，我不知道该怎么回去。又是那天河。
I admit I have no idea how to rate the voice
如
acting.
今，我只敢守在这里，生怕再造下更大的灾祸。
I feel like it's reasonable. No English voice acting, but that's fine for this. So two different weapon types. Now we have a
恍惚记得很久前
special
听见有
ability,
老人们说
which it
过
looks like we'll have 4 in
天
the
是在
end.
水岸边修造了一座别院，很多宫女歌里都被圈养
I
在那
like
里，
the one
成为士
sun
大夫们手里
panel
的
there.
玩物。虽然有些不可思议，但是我在父亲死的那天见到的征书，也有传闻说他在这里出现过。
So from the 20 that they looked at, 11 have to have corrective action to them, and 9 are outright banned. So, yeah.
进入这样一座毫无戒备的宫院，实在是
They banned Winnie the Pooh because it looks like their leader. Why can't you run through a campground? You can only ran because it's past tense. Ah. What is this map? Who is this lady?
你居然看得见我？
Yes, I can see you.
你是谁？刚才进来的那个人，我是他的随护。是吗？也是来寻欢作乐的
No, I'm not here for
那你也
pleasure.
快进去吧。他们摆弄这块石板要怎么做？你不教教我吗？这是此处的布局，用石板连通那些
Connect the
闪光的
rooms that
房
are
间
flashing with
才能打
tablets
开
to
封
break
印
the seal.
那我试试。
We'll have to go to Shanghai Disneyland sometime. Yes, yes, we will. And serious about
这块
what?
石板给你吧，我留着。还愣着干嘛？
About
那些
the
闪光
about
的
the Winnie the
房
Pooh
间中都可
portion?
以寻到
Yeah,
石
no, that's exactly why they banned it.
找全所有的石板就能通往别院深处了。
It was some like reference to
多谢指
their
点。
leader, and they just said no. So connect them. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Dynasty?
左侧高台通路已经洞开，你
What
为什么
what is this
总
person's
盯着我看？
name?
无谓看一眼少一。如果有无法去到之处，还请您
What was
指
my
点迷
first experience with a genuinely bad game? Well, I probably had many experiences when I was younger, but I just didn't realize it because, you know, video games. Who cares about seeing her face? Check the side boob. I feel like a little bit more privacy is needed for a situation like this. And correct me if I'm wrong. Who is the witch in the Emperor's New Groove? Because this looks exactly like the outline for that lady. Demon does agree with you on the side boob. Don't be that moth that gets burned by the flame. Ow. Oh. Okay, so sure. Okay, so it does a gravity attack and pulls people into it. Okay, cool. At what point were you self-aware of a game being bad? The first one that I can, like, okay, so there were definitely other games that I remember that had problems. Ow, ow. Are we beating up little children on... Oh, boy. Pour de lava. The first game that I remember being distinctly bad, like no matter how long I played it or how well I got at it, was Quest 64. I know that's an N64 game, and I played worse game or, you know, bad games on the NES and SNES, but I remember that game being one of the first ones I just gave up on because I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to play this game because it's bad. Other games I would play, and I knew they were not necessarily the better good, but I would still try to play through them.
你听到那个郑国太子都说了什么？
说了什么？
这可恶的狂生说，
That would suck if a big tablet was on
非无
your
偶
hair
有。
like that.
他这是向父亲拒绝这门亲事，难道说
我们两人的事情如此
DMC2? Yeah, I could see DMC2.
就算有流言，也不会传到父亲耳朵里。你放心吧。
兄长，那我们以后……
Oh.
那是自然。你真美呀，哪像人间的女子。
Wait, aren't they brother and
哪有这
sister?
样夸人的？我就算是妖精，也要做蜘蛛精。
A reasonable choice.
情丝牢牢缠住你我。
I'm a little bit disturbed.
是提香宫宇文江。这石板中怎么会有他们的影像？
I'm a little bit disturbed. I feel like there's a history lesson in there. All right, yeah, return me to the entrance. What game would you say that you've played that had the most effect on your taste in games? Ooh. That is a very good question. This is a very interesting Chinese game. First politics out of nowhere, then incest. I feel like... I'm trying to figure out what exactly this guy is. Hell, what are either of them? Oh, I thought I got over that. There's something about the creature and the way they're holding the hatchets that's sort of comical to me. Yeah, okay, precision swipe, I know. Come on. Before, I was hoping to get... Before he got his super armor back. I feel like the challenge, though, isn't there on the AI side. Like, the bosses have been there, but... I feel like I've... Oop, nope. Whoa, that is a lot of damage. I feel like her dodge is a little bit too reasonable. I'm thinking Dynasty. I really am on that one. I feel like Chrono Trigger is the easiest answer there because I remember it like setting a really high standard for all games that I played going forward. Yeah, attacks definitely have a weight to them, especially the big sword. But there's also a little bit of a flow too. Ow. I like how we faced an old lady, a spirit head, and a cabinet. It seems reasonable. I'll probably stream for another 30 minutes, guys, too. Again, these are an indie investigation unless more people want me to, you know, finish the game. This is to see, okay, it's an indie game. Let's find out exactly what it has to offer and if it's worth the price of admission. So far, for a $9.99 game, I'm not seeing anything that's bad here in terms of like, yeah, there's some issues with difficulty in terms of the combat, but I don't think it's that bad. I think the bosses do enough. And again, with the hard mode, I think that may change a little bit. I like the reflect portion, like the fact that the light and heavy attacks aren't necessarily light and heavy attacks. Wandersong review is next week.
兄长，
I don't think I like that enemy tank and no fun to fight. I think there is a precision here, that's for sure. Did you send someone to kill my husband? I thought you said that he found out about us and blamed you.
本是我辜负了他。
他若不死，传扬出去，岂非放心吧？
But
其
you're
强
dead.
弱，他们奈何不了我们。
我有何颜面回去见我？
那正好，我们又可以朝夕相对了。
是，兄长。
This is a little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie. What is your least favorite aesthetic that isn't inherently bad? It appeals to other people, but it's just not your taste. Yeah, aesthetic-wise? Am I gonna get a lot of shit for this? I may get a lot of shit for this. Dark Souls. I feel like it's... I know they're going for medieval and ancient and things like that, but I feel like at times the dark portion plays a little bit too much into it. I still like it at times, but like when I see several games in the series, I feel like it just doesn't do enough. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 1. Nope. Okay. Look. I'm sorry that I'm not saying that I hate the Dark Souls franchise portion. Also, it was the guy behind the curtain. But it's just one of those things where I feel like the style as you play on just doesn't do it for me. I feel like Bloodborne did, though, which is weird. Maybe it's the fact that I haven't played enough of the Souls games, but I also like more cartoonish styles, and I feel like the Souls style is a little bit more, I don't want to say too realistic for my taste, because that's not necessarily true, but the block ones I don't necessarily have problems with as much. Like, I don't like the Minecraft style, but I feel like for what they're trying to do with it, I feel like it's the right choice. God, what I do love is these, like, you know, behind these curtains style. Oh, hi. Oh, is she the leader of this brothel? Oh. This is not what I came out here for. This is not good customer service. Yeah, like Bloodborne's more gothic style, I felt like worked more for me. Oh, that was a cool transition. I'm not a betrayer. I'm not a bastard either. I didn't say anything. Aww.
我是灵姿即将，我想问你，我父亲。
混账！我生我父亲的儿子，都是他们不好，都是母亲不对。你
I'm not laughing.
我不曾有笑。
Maybe I need to look more at the detail there.
我看见你笑了。
What aesthetic is too underrepresented in games?
你是不是笑母亲不知检点？你是不是笑我出身不明？
My first instinct is the really cartoonish styles. Like, I'm talking like Cuphead style. but I feel like there's a reason for that because it takes a shit ton to make that style. So even though it's underrepresented, I feel like it's underrepresented for a reason. Because getting it right is so difficult. I think I may die on this one. Side move overpowered. I've got these spirits that I should probably use. Gonna come over here? Okay, so it looks like I can avoid some damage if I do that a little bit differently. Ow. Yep. I knew I was gonna... I think strong color representation is underrepresented in a lot of games. It's either a major factor or not there. Yeah, hand-drawn cartoonish is what I'm talking about, Dynasty. Yeah, Cuphead, they every single frame of Cuphead was hand-drawn. So when you think about all the animation and everything in it, yeah, the DLC was announced a year ago, but yeah. This is going to be a little bit harder of a fight. Stay there, stay there. No, what? Come back over here. This fight is going a little worse than I wanted to. Hopefully that hits him right in where I need. Yep. Stay away from me. Ow. Close. It's gonna be close. Thought I could avoid that. Oh, this is gonna be close, isn't it? Damn it. So close. All right, one more time I want to do it, though. It doesn't help I'm going into this with half health portions. That animation from the Panther is just fantastic. Yeah, I've noticed that there's a lot of gray in some of those trailers, and I'm just sitting there going, this doesn't seem like it's the right choice for this series, but... Come on. 3 arrows. There we go. Oh, you moved. Come on, come over here. Damn. No. Come on. Damn. All right. Dan is in Bad Street Fighter, or whatever character. Dan as in Dan Smith from Killer 7. AKA Dan the Man. I don't know, these I like these kind of games. I guess I like the fact that it's finally giving me a little bit of a challenge, even though I'm failing miserably. Probably because I'm impatient right now. Come on. Hit him with all the arrows. Arrows on him. There we go. There we go. There we go. Really close fight. See, that's like right around the what I find to be the sort of good point from a difficulty standpoint, where you want a challenging game, so you want something that pushes you to the limit but doesn't necessarily push you overboard. So like for me, it's like, okay, the best way to do that is like after like 3 fights, for example. Like if you get it after 3 or 4 fights or 3 or 4 attempts, it's in that sweet spot where it's like, okay, it gave me a challenge, but I am not sitting here doing it like for the 30th, 40th, 50th, 60th time. So I like the fact that the game put me in that position where it's just like, okay, yeah.
现在可是我保住太子之位的关键时刻。
We're dealing with the incest bros here.
你先安心去，等我当了国君，
What do you,
一定去把你接回来。
兄长，可不要忘了我。
就算你嫁到天边去。
That's a little bit creepy. That, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, a bit creepy. Okay, so we're lighting candles. Oh, we're gonna get a talk from our lady. Why did you kill the guests? I already told you. Oh, you're alive.
这是不可能的。你是谁？为什么会？我是谁？
A soul trapped in the cage.
这重要吗？你快离开这里。
You should get out of here. If she finds you, you'll not be able to leave
他
ever.
已经不是当初的他了。你说的他又是谁？太晚了。
Uh-oh.
你果然来了。来吧，我的乖孩子。我在公园深处。
Is this the leader of the establishment?
谁在说话？我得走了，便可以走到更深处去。 就可以找到你要的真相。
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
真的不知道。
That lady's important, but I don't know what she's important for. Okay, so we have 2 and 2. Can't be that one. So there we go. Does that lead to the outside though? That's not the way I came in. Or did I come in another entrance and now this is like a secret entrance? Also, was there a safe spot over here? Because I would like to be able to replenish my health. There we go. And upgrade. Shadow Strike. No. Precision Strike. Yeah, another shuffle would be... Otakon's sister had a thing for him, right? From Metal Gear Solid you're talking about? I believe so. I don't honestly remember. It's been that long. I think her name was Emmy? Emma Emmerich. I love that the heel, the crunch of the heel, like you could feel it. I'll take those souls. Enter. Getting close to the time, but still got some time. Just something about the way that the guy enters in with the cleavers. Just like, hey, look, I got a cleaver. And then just waddles forward. $49 in combo, not bad. Yeah, I do remember that to a certain extent. Were they biological sister and brother, though? Or where was it the adopted thing? There's something disturbing about a cabinet that's able to summon demon heads and sprout legs. It's actually a little bit more disturbing than the Butcher Brother. Actually, let's use... Not you. Clever guy has a confident walk. Okay, so we got another one of these. More talks from the incest.
兄长，他们背地里都在说
I
我
mean,
华
you
联行
are
事，可我是真心爱慕兄长，
banging your brother.
谁敢胡说八道？
怎么能堵得进天下人悠悠之口？
为什么不能？
不要，豁不出去，不只是。有一天我死，我是无颜去地府见父亲。
那你就化作蜘蛛精，牵缠住骨头。
Is that what the boss is gonna be? A spider fiend? Only half brother, I think. Okay. Okay, and so now we've got 3 of these, which means we can do this one, which is the final one. Missed the jump. Missed the jump. Okay, up we go. Come on. When in doubt, crouch a bunch. And... is he wearing a hairpiece? Well... can't figure out if he's wearing a hairpiece now that I've killed him. You know what the sad part is? If that was only the bounds of what Metal Gear Solid strangeness would become, then maybe we would be a little bit less concerned about that. But that just touches the surface of what Metal Gear Solid has to offer. Okay, so it also looks like when an enemy is like transforming that I don't have the ability to get attacks on them. But you can juggle. Were you just coming in to hit me with a barrel? The sound design is also pretty good here. Like the scream of those little doll sisters there, like they feel right for the character. There is a jump button. A is jump. In fact, the up button is actually a different attack. So if you like hold the button in question, you will do a upward attack instead of a regular attack. So it actually adds a little bit of complexity, especially for the broadsword, because it allows you to get projectiles above your head. I think it's the only thing that has that upper reach. So like, that's regular Y, that's up Y, and that's A. So what does it want me to do now? Oh, okay, it wants me to go to that middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm assuming I go this way. It's really unclear. Okay, there's an up arrow in that area. Okay, I'm assuming that means I can go that way. A little bit unclear on the map, but I feel like it's done for a purposeful reason. I'm just not exactly sure what that reason is yet. Like, it takes a little bit of interpretation to exactly understand what it's doing. Kill every enemy in the area. I feel like the biggest thing that's like overpowered by your character is this, is the ability to stay in the air with that strike for a period of time, because that really changes the dynamic of the dodging at that point. Okay. Kill all the enemies, things magically open up. There we go. Oh, we could actually see it this time. Oh, it's just the skeleton. Okay. People who love the juggle are gonna love this game. There's a Devil May Cry type juggle system there that is interesting, because especially with that heal attack, it seems like you can do a lot with it. Just to start the juggle off the ground is pretty impressive. All right. I want to finish this area before calling it quits, so save that. It looks like we'll probably get more souls than 4. Oh, hey, look who it is. Ah. Oh, that's a little bit creepy. I'm not sure what that did. Okay, a little bit of poison there. I will admit, more than any other game, those projectiles are big enough where it's you got to either dodge them timing-wise, like exactly, or you're gonna be in a whole world of pain. Did she just run away? Nope. Like, this is the kind... See, I admit that I'm a mythology nut. I love some of the ancient stories, especially of gods and things like that, of like Greek and Roman mythology. Like, not like Christianity or anything like that, especially ones with like multiple gods and demons, Japanese demon culture. I did a article on actually Metal Gear Solid 5, Quiet, and the interesting dynamic, or the interesting parallels of Quiet to the Yuki Onna, the ice demon from Japan yokai lore. It's over at Tech Raptor, but like that stuff, that you put that stuff in a video game and that will get me super interested in what your story is doing. And especially like here, like now I want to go read about the characters in question, because obviously they've taken some liberties. Well, maybe they haven't taken some liberties. It's possible that this is straight up what they've taken from the culture, and it's a good tool to use in terms of like just the storytelling element. A Jesus hack and slash. A Jesus hack and slash, I cannot, I know that doesn't, I don't think that exists. I know there's a Jesus brawler, Fist of Jesus. I had covered it a long time ago. It's not story based, it's you beating people up as Jesus, and I believe Moses. It was based off a old video from like not 1990, like an old internet video. Beat him, Jesus beat him up. Keep on forgetting the word beat him up for some reason. There we go. There we go. And so the spider is defeated. Oh, that was a really cool, like taking the spider's not tentacles, the legs, and turning them into the parts of the robe. That was a really cool transition. Oh, I am impressed. There are little touches in this game that really deserve to go through with a fine-tooth comb. There's a fighting game about gods with Jesus in it. I remember that one. All right. We've hit 9 o'clock. I know it's only an hour stream, but an hour 30 stream, but I do have a review to finish. So, Jesus for Smash. I mean, why not at this point? But I do have Omen Sight 5-minute review to finish up here. So I do want to give my final thoughts on my first segment of the game here. This is Bladed Fury. the Chinese back lore here is interesting. It takes probably ancient stories from the past, puts them in a action game, and works it in rather well with a unique style. The different styles that they've put in here are ranging from good to excellent. Again, like I just saw with that transition there, it understands how to work with the material to work it into the story, but still present it in a good way. Granted, there are things that are a little bit off-putting at times. Again, some of the subject matter is not necessarily going to be for everybody, but if you're not probably looking for that going into this. If you're looking at this type of game, you're probably staying safe with other genres. Action games tend to have a little bit more risky material in it. The base storyline I'm actually less interested in, because while yeah, I'd want to see, you know, the Tien get his comeuppance and everything like that, it's more the lore here that I would want to know more about. I have played Xenoclash, by the way. I don't remember if I covered it. I remember picking it up in a bundle, but the combat has enough complexity to it where early on I was a little bit hesitant to say that the combat was good, because it would seem like I was doing the same thing over and over again, not giving a challenge. But as the game has progressed, it's been getting a little bit more difficult, and those boss fights in particular are pushing you to the edge. That last boss fight, even though I didn't die in the first attempt, I was very close, and that's a good area from it. The weaknesses in the game, I would say right now, it's definitely not the kind of combat that a lot of people like. When somebody mentioned Dark Souls, this is more of a Devil May Cry type combat where you're flowing from character to character. When you're thinking about sophisticated combat, which is a different sophistication than what this game has, like a game like Dark Souls, it's more strategical. And while, yes, there is actions that you have to take, it's more so the fact that you got to put yourself in the right situation. Here, you can, I don't want to say you button mash, but you can sort of work your way out of situations just by the actions that you do alone. Positioning is important, but your dodge overrides a lot of things in this game. Like, you can dodge through projectiles. So it may not necessarily be the most difficult game, so people looking for that difficulty may not want to look at this one. But there's enough substance here that people may not get bored if this is your type of game, action-wise. So overall, I will say that Bladed Fury, and especially, and I want to recheck this because I sort of feel like I missed the price. No, it is right now. This game is $6.99. It's 30% off, which is very, very interesting considering. Yeah, $6.99 for what you've seen so far. I would say that's a pretty good price. It's 30% off for the first week. So, granted, I do not know the length of the game. Looks like seeing around 3.74 hours. 3 to 4 hours to beat the game. So, I mean, for $6.99, I think that's a reasonable return on investment here, especially with the story in the background. So if I had to give it one of my score ratings, it would probably be around that 84, 85 range. Again, I don't like putting official scores on things like this because, hey, guess what? I haven't finished the game, therefore it could change all in the last portion. But if I had to give one now, it would be in that solid buy range where, you know, even if you're not necessarily a huge fan of the genre, it could be something that you will enjoy. So, tomorrow you will see, it'll probably be around 2 p.m., my 5-minute Omen Sight review. For those who don't know what Omen Sight is, if you've played Stories The Path of Destinies, it's the same company that makes that. It's basically a Groundhog Day-like story action game. So, look for it then. And as for now, I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for coming out, and I will see you next time. I'll figure out if I will continue this or look at another indie game next time I stream. Later.